Hi guys, it's Shakira Ashton.
And it is the Red Bashalayashan.
This is the Unsaid Echo where ideas connect.
So I've been asking myself lately, why do people fail to move on from past relationships, past friendships, something like that? And I failed to figure it out. I don't know why, but I find it a bit weird.
You're like moving on and coming back to the same person, or
You're
just
like
moving on?
moving on and letting the person go and you move on with your life. I don't know if you're getting me.
Like, why do people fail to leave their past relationships?
Yes, why
They end up coming back.
and people stick to those toxic relationships.
I understand.
Those friendships that are on and off, the first friendships and relationships.
And in most cases, you might not find even those relationships favorable. You might find someone that like every time he's hurt, every time he's being ignored, he's not respected, but that person still stays in that relationship and fails to get someone else.
Because I personally, I've learned to let things be in a way that what I know that keeps people there, they've figured out, picturing out a future with someone. You meet someone and you're like, this is my person.
This is the person.
You start picturing family gatherings, family pictures, family, like anything. You've met someone and you're like,
yeah, I feel like this is the last one. I really don't want to move on getting someone else, because at times we find meeting new people, like you're like, I'm going to meet this person, we repeat the same process,
Yeah.
So some people fear that. For example, actually I'm a big example of that, because when I'm like, if I find this person, we are going to repeat the same things. You're like, I want to know you, your favorites, your hobbies, what, like you're repeating that process.
For you to be comfortable with someone, for someone to know you, for someone to know your life, it's a bit hard. So some people keep going.
And actually, a lot of people are in that situation whereby they fear just to learn other people. It's like, I'm going to repeat the same thing. I'm going to be in the same shit. Some people like rate those relationships in stages, whereby people say it's my the first stage, second stage, third stage. So if you're done with the first and second, then the third you're going to.
At some point, I'm like, the less you picture out, okay, let me say, living in the moment. If you meet someone, just live in the moment. Stop picturing out things in the future, because the more you get to see, you get to plan your future with someone. When things happen and things
but
don't work out,
no, if you're saying that in that way, how will you get to know that that person is really the one? This one is fake? How
you can know someone living in the moment?
How?
You just see the person the way they are, instead of picturing out a future, planning out a future kids.
That means if you're like, you don't want to give in all when
no, that is not.
You've just come to see someone, you've meet someone, you will not enjoy those relationships if you're like,
no, that is not necessarily.
Don't open up, don't what?
You open up, but you live in the moment. And you're like,
how will you live in the moment when you're not opening up?
With someone.
You're just making people to ignore that feeling whereby you're loving and you're loved.
No, you can be in love. You can love someone.
Because I know, if you've decided to love someone, it's like taking a risk. You take a risk. You're like, let me go. Let me love this person fully. So you're not like they're debating in your mind, and you're like, if this happens, what? That means you're going to be limiting yourself. And if you don't accept to love fully that person, you're not going to really enjoy the relationship.
Living in the moment does not necessarily mean that you're not loving that person fully. What I'm trying to mean is you're just trying to enjoy that person at that time. In that, the more you start, how should I put it? The more you start thinking more of this person,
and you're like, I'm planning a lot. I'm planning the future with this person.
That is where the disappointment comes in from, and the so-called heartbreak. whereby you fail to move on simply because you put someone in your future plans, you're planning your
But
future
what I
with
know,
someone.
if someone has come, really, that person is real. Yeah, that person is really has come to you with pure intention. I think it doesn't even need a lot of time. You know
It
that you
doesn't
can
need
meet
a lot of
someone
time.
and
And
in
you
2 to 3
click.
months, 2 to 3 months, and you're in
Everything is flowing
those things
naturally.
that a person in a 2 to 3 year relationship they are doing just in only 3 months. That's why you can find someone in they have met
Mm.
5 months before, then in the 6th month they're proposing.
Because
If
yeah,
someone, yeah,
sometimes vibes click and you're like, this is the person I've been looking for. You may not know, but then that's why most of the people say you can find something in someone you've met for 2 weeks and something that has you failed to find in someone in
but
the past
me
years.
personally, I believe that the general reason that's why people fail to move on, uh, there are those partners we be with. That person, one day he's real, one day he's not real, whereby that person is giving you mixed signals. You're like, do I move on? Do I stay? That person, so you end up confused and you're like, should I move on? When you decide like you're moving on,
One
this
thing I
person
can
brings you
tell
back,
you, one thing I can tell you, if someone gives me mixed signals, I definitely know that this person, I just let them be.
I don't know. Oh, there's some people just come in people's lives when they're with their
Some
confusions.
people are
I
just
don't know.
people are
Like
confused, people are traumatized, they
someone
don't know
can
what they're
come,
going through.
and that person makes you fall in love with him, and there's like, man. By the way, relationship stuffs are really complicated.
Then
It's
then
something
I
big.
even think one other reason, financial issues.
With financial issues.
Some
That
people had
comes
failed to move on because
no,
of finances.
that comes when one side is unstable, for sure.
Yes,
For
that's what
example,
I'm
if
saying.
a woman has more money than a man, of course there will be, Yeah?
The thing, let's talk about that the lady
Nah,
said. When a man is a provider, he's always there, he's a giver,
for me, what I know, women should also start working their own money.
even if you're working,
Mm-mm. You
someone can
cannot.
come in your life and
Let me
spoil
tell you
you.
something. Let me tell you something. Yeah, Shalera, if you're working,
Even
and
if you're
and you can literally provide for
working,
yourself everything,
even if you're
everything.
working,
You like, if
someone
it's
can
hair,
spoil
you can
you.
plait your hair, you can buy yourself clothes, you can buy yourself shoes, you can buy yourself bags. Why do you be there relying on your boyfriend? Yeah, how, where, to
Someone
whom?
can spoil you
Come
with
on.
money. Yes, you're working, you're there, but then someone,
Yeah, I
the people
know.
who are their
Yes,
givers.
they are givers. A man who can understand his responsibilities in a relationship, well and good. Shout out to those men, by the way. A
But
man who can understand and gets to know that these are my responsibilities. Let me
some
take
people
over
are
this. What,
givers.
what?
Then even I guess
Can you relate?
how someone makes you
Can
feel.
you relate
Can I relate?
to a
I can't.
giver?
To a giver, yeah.
I can't relate.
Yeah, I can relate.
Maybe I've been meeting the wrong people, but I can't relate.
Someone spoils
For
you.
me, what I know about
And the
myself,
thing is, even if you try to get someone else, that person that has been always a giver, when you meet someone, you keep on relating how this one was treating you to this new partner, and you feel like, remember, everyone shows love differently.
I
So
understand.
you keep on relating, and you're like,
Some people
this
believe
one
that
would have
if I
been
give her
doing
money,
this.
she will love me more. Some people believe that.
So,
And others are like, actually, do you know that, by the way, before even that old, do you know that there are those men who just like they want to be nonchalant in a relationship without even any reason. Because there's a say, if you love a woman more, she's going to start disrespecting you.
no,
She's going to do what, and what.
nonchalanting does not work for me. Nonchalanting, boy, I want all that chalanting. No,
You're
like
so
seriously.
bad.
Truthfully, I can't deal with a nonchalant person because I'm this kind of person. I'll talk to you all the time, and Mbanjagala, you give
In
me the
case of
same
anything, you
vibes.
call.
Yes,
I understand.
I cannot withstand being ignored. I can't.
But I think since that we all have the access to get money, I don't think. you should stick on a person just because of money.
It's not
Because
necessarily
actually those
money.
people you can end up being controlled unknowingly.
Money, yes, but then it's not that everything is about money.
Do you know that?
Someone is a giver. Someone is a provider.
I
Someone is
understand,
there.
but
You see that these people that you get to meet and they're emotionally available and they pour into you.
you know those people do really expect a lot from you if that person gives you everything.
Everything
Like that person, in case you like the things you cannot be able to get yourself, you like
I
hair
find it difficult
shopping,
to ask.
what that person is like, I expect much from this person because I
I
did
find
this.
it difficult to ask it if I'm dating someone
For
and
example, if you find this
let
the
me tell you
so-called
something.
Vairiri, yeah?
Let me tell you a story.
Mm-hmm.
There's this guy I was talking to. We're not necessarily dating because it was undefined, but I was talking to him, and he was like, "If you don't ask me, I won't be able to give the fuck."
I'll not be able to give it, like I won't get to know whether I want it or not.
Me coming to you, for instance, if I come to you and I'm like, "There's this thing I've seen somewhere. I really want to get it, but
Hmm.
for now I'm not stable."
Actually, these people,
Then you're like, "Why do you want me to ask?" Some of us, we've been brought up differently. We don't know how to ask for help.
oh, actually,
You
people
have to show
forget.
your masculinity.
For us, we grow from different families, and which those families we come
And
from,
even,
they
no,
teach us to be contented with
you
what
will
we
tell me
have.
to ask you. When I ask you, you'll say that
I don't have, and actually,
no,
it's always
not
bad to
having
be
is not
disappointed.
having is okay. But
Because
then
actually,
you will make me
there is
feel like
even
I'm
this.
over begging
There is
you.
even this whereby you don't usually ask that person, and when you decide to ask anything from that person, is like, I won't be able to make it. Yet before, you've not been asking, you've not been begging anything from that person.
And
And
that's why I don't want to rely on people, because when you rely on people, my friend,
for me, I grew up my dad telling me that learn to how to be contented with what you have, because I know people are bad.
and that's what brings
People
us.
are bad. You end up being sacrificed. You end up being doing what just because of wanting money from people. Learn how to move on. If you feel like you're used, you're not appreciated, there is no respect in that relationship. Because we are always in relationships where people don't even respect us.
But yes,
Someone is like, you don't have anywhere to go, like you're really stuck with me, like you
no,
cannot,
for someone to put it that way, it shows that you're also overly available.
not
Once you're
that.
overly
No, why
available,
do you fail to love someone when you're like, let me love this person?
when you're
Why
overly
do you fail?
available, I guess when you're overly available and you show the person that you love them, they take it that, oh,
For
this
sure.
girl is
No,
overly
Shale,
kind to me,
let me
so
tell you
I can do
something.
anything. If in case of any
Mm-hmm.
misunderstandings, she can get misunderstandings, but she will always come back. She can't leave me. So they get that.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
I'm that one person who believes in love.
Yes,
I
I
love
also do
love.
believe in love, and I love
Yes,
love too.
I love
But then
seeing
I
people
have
in
limits
love,
and boundaries.
and I hate seeing people hurting each other, because some people hurt us intentionally. You like, and there are some people who fail to communicate in a relationship, whereby if you get anything you're putting on table and you're trying to talk to that person, like, so that you can things out, and the person is like, I don't want to know.
That is the issue. If if you're bringing a point to the table, if you're bringing an issue to the table for you to talk about it, and someone shows no interest of talking about that issue, I find it weird for you not to want to talk about it,
Actually,
because I'm pouring out my feelings and you
and
and you
actually, I think these things comes out whereby people don't want really to prioritize their souls, whereby you have to, all in all ways, a man or woman, you have to put yourself in the first place. If you're like,
you have to know your worth.
and actually, a relationship that is real can never give you that doubt. And if you're like,
If a relationship is real, there is no
yeah,
mixed
there is no
signals. Mixed
what,
signals. The moment you get mixed signals, it means there is some mixed feeling somewhere, that someone is not overly genuine. Someone is not
yeah.
genuine with what they are saying.
That
or
thing is not
doing.
about overthinkers, not about nonchalant people, it's not about anything, not about
It's about the
lovers.
person.
It actually, we should learn how to prioritize ourselves. take yourself as your number one priority, you yourself before even anyone. Because if we fail to do that for ourselves, we are going to
Because
end up
we
being
are dealing
used.
with people. We are dealing with people that you want me to free my time. My schedule is tight,
I
so you want me
understand.
to free my
For that, I
time
have
for
a point.
you.
For that, I
But
have a
then
point.
when it comes to me,
Mm.
I need you. You cannot free your time for me. I don't know if you're getting it. That when it comes to me, I have to be available anytime you want to. But then when it comes to you, in case I want you to be available, you cannot free your thing.
Yes, I
You always say,
understand.
I'm busy, I'll talk to you later. The fuck?
And actually, some people fail to move on just because they're like, what will the people say when I'm done with this
Uh-huh.
person? What will the
People are
people
not
say?
people are not the
What?
hands in the
Yes,
relationship.
don't mind about the public. Just do what you really,
Be
what
where
will
you're
make you be
happy.
you. Yeah.
Be where you're happy, be
Some
where
people
you're
are
free.
just like, how if I break up with this guy, what will happen? What? You get a point. What? And you're like, man, you can even fail to do what really makes you happy,
You know?
what makes you be you.
And me
And
personally, my happiness is my priority.
and in most cases, we end up
Being,
failing,
if being the way I am makes me happy, I don't know. If you're coming into my life and you're taking away my happiness, I don't see a reason as to why I should keep you.
And actually, people should
Because
learn that.
for someone to come in my life, you need to bring in something that is exceptional, something that is missing in my life. So if that's something that you're missing in my life that you're bringing is sadness, my dear,
You just move.
uh-uh.
I understand. And people should know that if you're in a relationship with a guy, boyfriend, girlfriend, and that person starts showing you those weird behaviors, just move on, please. Because just relate when you're
No,
like
you can
you're married.
you can find a
Tolerate,
plan
you
B
know
when
that.
you're still in the relationship. If
Yes,
the
where you,
relationship
you
goes
still have the chance to move on
before things get hard,
before
because
things
the
get
longer you
hard.
stay,
Yes.
the harder it becomes to live, and the harder it will hurt.
And do
And
you know
even
that you can be with a guy, yeah? And like he's showing you those weird behaviors, what he can even abuse. Some people even beat each other.
I cannot deal
When
with
your
someone
girlfriend,
that is
boyfriend,
beating me.
just
I've grown up to
imagine,
this age. My
just
dad has
imagine,
never put a hand on me. So someone that I've met,
just imagine
Gwenda
if you're married
by'obukulu,
to that
to be
kind of
clear,
person.
Gwenda
Just
by'obukulu nkuba
imagine
my
when you have no
dad.
other options to forego.
There
You
is
know,
no way I can stay in a toxic
just
relationship, most
imagine
especially a one that involves physical.
if a guy is not giving you for now when you're boyfriend, girlfriend, that means even in marriage you won't do that. These are the people
Because
you
this
find.
stage is where a man
I'm
has to
married. I'm
be.
married. What? I've given birth to you. The man doesn't care. Which? What? You
But
know?
you ignored everything at the start of the
Yes.
relationship.
So if you're like,
Because these guys when they are overly caring at early stages of the relationship. So if you see someone you're just still dating, early stages, and someone is acting up, you need to put
yes,
that down. You may not necessarily leave. You may give someone some grace.
people stop
You can
ignoring the red
you
flags.
can give someone some grace, but when it comes consistent, my dear,
But sure, stop ignoring the red flags. Stop ignoring the red
no,
flags.
can't
You
handle
end
that.
up crying all your life.
For
You have not
nothing.
enjoyed anything.
Of which, if
You know that
unless you talk about it early, and the guy is willing to adjust, because there are some issues that you can talk about them, and then both of you are willing to adjust to each
do you know
other.
that there are some relationships whereby you don't even have a pic with your partner? You've never gone out with your partner for a date or what, and anytime you're like, let me be with this person, what you're
So
always at the guy's place.
what is that? What makes you think that you're dating when you've never went out on a date,
Yes.
actual date, and you're saying we are dating? Hey,
Maybe some people are just local. Some people are just local. They don't believe that if you're dating
you're
a
saying
guy,
you're dating someone and
what?
you've never been to a date, a proper date, as a woman. What are you doing?
What makes you say even if people confidently that we are dating me and this guy?
When
How?
you've never been on
Where
a
to
proper
whom?
date?
How?
People be assuming things.
Oh my God! But
And even one thing I can say, for moving on, the early you accept that you're not good with
appreciated.
this, accept that you're not good with this person, you're not okay, that the relationship has failed, or the talking stage, whatsoever stage you're on.
No, the moment
The
you
earlier
start
you accept,
doubting that,
when you accept, moving
even
on is easy.
doubting, like when you're in that relationship, you're like that does this girl love me? Does this guy love me? Does this,
No, sometimes
if
you
you
have
start
those
such
questions,
stuff.
but then after some time you get to realize, yeah, this guy really loves me. But then for acceptance, you've
For me,
seen everything,
I
but you fail
believe,
to accept. The guy has told you everything, and you fail to accept, and you're like, yeah, he will come back.
why
He
would
will come
someone give you
back.
mixed
He
signals?
will come
For me,
back.
I
He
believe
will be fine.
if you're in a
And then
relationship with someone, if you're in a relationship with someone, whether that person is happy or sad, you have to let your partner know what, right? Hmm? So why would that person react differently just in case things have gone wrong somewhere,
Sometimes for the
and you're
lady,
like doesn't want to open up to come
sometimes
to
for the
you?
lady it is hormonal changes. Yeah, the times I been
I am moody.
annoyed for nothing, and I'm moody for nothing. I'm just there for nothing, and I actually don't know what's wrong with me. Sometimes I even feel like crying. I don't know what's wrong with me.
Maybe
So
it's
some,
just you.
not me alone. I know we are many out there.
Hmm.
You see,
I think
moods
it's just you.
change. Moods
I
change.
understand. Just say when you are going to see that out, there's these periods whatsoever, moods always change.
Moods change.
But
But
mine are
then
different. If yours are like you want to cry, what for what?
sometimes
Me,
I get moody. I'm all emotional. One small thing gets deep, and I'm just there, and I don't know what's wrong with me. But yeah, regardless, we move. So in periods like that, that's why you need your partner. Then you get to talk to your partner and resolve
For me, when I'm in
nonchalanting.
those periods, I'm so much in love with my guy, and I'm like, oh my god, I really need him. I really want us to cuddle. Yet some people hate that thing.
Then wait, then you're in that and you're like, let me talk to him, and he gives you this thing, "Gimbo, I'm busy." Do you know how it makes you
Why
feel?
that word is so bad? That word is so bad. Actually, people should learn how to phrase it in a proper way, in a very
No,
respectful way.
at some point I
You can
think
say, hello, baby. I'm trying to finish something here. I'll
I'll
call you
talk to you.
back.
But,
Yes,
oh,
I'll
maybe
call
you
you back.
get to
And
maybe you
actually,
get
if you
to
say
hear what.
I'll call back, you call back immediately when you're done.
The moment you tell me I'll call back, I will not call until you call. By the
Some people are just like,
then
maybe
after
she will
some
time
time,
herself to call me back. If you're
you've
really
told me you're
done,
fixed.
yes.
So it's
When you're
you,
done,
when you
immediately
get done,
call
it's
because you
you
promised
to
to
get done
call.
and talk to me. But then you're acting up, you're done, and you expect me to call. Then after some time, you call back. But what happened? What happened? You told me you're going to call back. You didn't call back. Eh,
Oh my god. Man, this life sucks by the way.
things
Nah.
are.
But people, you should learn how to prioritize yourself if you feel like you're not respected. Because there are people in relationships, very and really toxic
You know
relationships.
that some people have been, even before we go
Prioritize
to talk,
yourself.
even before we go you talk about toxic relationships, people have been there are some people in relationships that there is nothing you can show that this is what my girlfriend has ever given me, this is what
And
my
my
boyfriend
boyfriend has
has
never
ever
given
given
me,
me.
of course.
People are there.
Of course, some people are just like
Me, I
that.
can't relate.
No, people have bad manners for sure.
You see, these
Because
things they say girls are not givers. Once a girl is in love, my friend, you will know.
do you know that
Because
there's a say that if you find someone, that person is not a giver, that person doesn't mind about the birthdays. If you try like to show that person your life, that person ends up picking up,
mm,
you know. But there are those people who don't pick up. They're like, this is me.
like
Have
this
you,
is me trying
do
to
you know that
adjust.
you can even reach your birthday and your guy doesn't even tell you happy birthday, my girl?
I
You
can't
know,
relate.
there are those people that are just
Yes, I had
actually
the worst birthday
those
ever
people.
last year, but
I don't know even the reason I say those people date. Why would you date when you know that you cannot even, for
no,
us we are
you
girls.
can't say, "Mbu, this is me. I don't do this. I don't do this."
Shaleria, we
If
are
you know that your
girls.
girl loves this and
We
you
are
really love
girls.
her, you adjust. You adjust. There's some people they say that I'm not that into birthdays. I don't celebrate birthdays. But then you find someone that celebrates birthdays.
Yes.
You adjust to their time. At least if you're not willing to throw a big party,
Unless you don't
you
love
maybe
that
wish
person.
them a happy birthday or buy them something. Either way.
Man.
But then you semble, I know.
What I said, please and please never ignore the red flags. Red flags are real. Those simple things people do in silence, they mean them 100%. And you should prioritize yourself. Never mind about what the public will
And
say.
early acceptance.
Yes, early acceptance.
You
You never
accept
mind
that
about
someone is not made
if
for
you're
you.
like this relationship is so bad. just let that
Accept
person
and
go.
move
Yes,
on.
move on. There's always
Yeah.
that one person, the right person waiting for you somewhere, somehow.
That
And
you
actually,
people
you know,
send
like life can locate you to a person, and you're like, oh my God, what was I doing these people before?
you people semble that there is plenty of the fish in the sea. My friend, some fish are sick.
Oh my
Some
God.
fish are sick.
Anyway, oh my, I don't know even why people fail to move on. Cause me, with moving on,
Moving on, I just let you be. I ignore you.
you accept. You have to accept.
I accept the earlier you accept the
Yes.
earlier you move on.
At the moment you start feeling that doubt
You know,
within you, just know that that thing
I
is very wrong
talked to a
for you.
friend about early acceptance, and she was like, "You think it's easy? Me, I know. This
Just put
self
that into yourself.
consolation." And the girl was like, "I know he's there thinking about me." No, they're not. The
Overthinking.
person moved on already, and they left you.
Mm.
They won't come back, my
Stop
friend.
imagining things that are not
Imagination
even
will
there.
kill
Yeah,
you.
you should limit your imaginations. Actually, it's not even
Stop
good.
picturing a future with someone you've met in 2 weeks because you will be broken.
Love is love.
Love is love, but even if I love you, I won't.
Remember when you say that even people can fuck on a very fast day. Love is love. My God.
I say, Echo, I remain the melody Bashalea Shamit.
And this is Shakira Ashton.
Lock it.
Kulok it.